Hey everyone, welcome back to the mat. Today we are outside. It's a nice day, so I thought I'd take it outside. This, we're the 2nd of December in Australia. We have, it's the official start of summer. The days are definitely a little warmer, and the beginning of December, start of the silly season. So this practice is going to be something that we can begin to cultivate that sort of end of year release. We finalize the year, but also just something just really nice just to help you get out of that craziness of the end of the year. So let's start down in a comfortable seat, whatever works best for you. Soften the knees. You can close down your eyes if you're comfortable. Begin to feel down into the earth below. Connect to the belly. Begin to notice the breath. Hands can rest on the knees or to your side or in your lap, wherever you're comfortable. Think about finding that length through the spine. Noticing your breath. With each inhale, beginning to breathe in that little bit deeper. And just sigh it all out on the exhale. Big breath in. Let it all go. And as we breathe in, the belly expands, but also think about the rib cage coming forward to the side and back. So we're expanding completely and let it all go. Let the breath fall back to a normal pattern. And we'll slowly begin to find some movement through the shoulders. Changing direction here. And gently release the shoulders down. Give yourself a little wriggle, just settle into your seat a little more. And this time as we breathe in, the arms are going to sweep all the way out to the sides, reaching tall, look up between the fingers, open the chest. Begin to fold forward, releasing as we melt down. The sits bones stay connected to the ground, so we don't want to be coming too far forward that we're lifting out of our seat. Just allow the body to be heavy here. You can find length and space through the body with each inhalation. Slowly we walk the hands back in, nice and tall through our seat. Soften the shoulders down. This time we're going to hands up, reach tall, tall, tall. Left hand comes across the body to the right knee. We're finding a twist, wringing out through the body, connection on the belly, supporting the spine. As we twist deep, looking over that back shoulder. You can either find stillness or some movement through the neck. Gently unraveling here. We're going to change the cross of the legs. So again, reconnect down with the earth, the belly. Hands sweep up. We reach tall as we can. Look up, open the chest. And melt it all forward. Begin to walk the hands back in, sit up tall, soften the shoulders. A breath here, in and out. Next, inhale, hands sweep up to the sky. Find that length, right hand across the body to the left knee. Open the chest to the side. Movement or stillness with the neck. We gently unravel, arms up and soften them down. We're going to come into all fours, wrists underneath the shoulders, lift up out of that upper back. So press the floor away, connect to the belly. The tailbone is nice and long. Noticing that stability through the body. And then let's allow the spine to become as fluid as we can, rolling through some very fluid cat-cow movements. So the belly drops down to the mat, we look to the sky, and then as we look down, we round the body, the back up towards the sky. And just flow here. Maybe we take it to some circles. We're circling, we go both directions. And gently letting that go. To our neutral spine, hips are going to stay, actually options. Hips can stay up high over the knees. We walk the upper body forward for a puppy. If it doesn't suit, you can shift the hips back for a child's pose. Let the chest melt down. Resting the forehead or the chin on the mat. Softening a little more with each exhalation. Lifting the gaze slightly, we walk both hands over to the left, melt down. So you can do this in child's pose or in your puppy. Lift the gaze, walk hands back through center over to the right side. Lifting the gaze, we come back through center. Little pause here. Beginning to walk the hands in. If the toes aren't already tucked, tuck the toes. And so we're going to make our way to sitting back on our heels. If we're not happy here with the toes up on the toes, of course you can have the tops of the feet down and just sit back on the heels. Otherwise, we want to find that openness through the feet. Connect to the belly, not pulling forward, we're not slouching back. Have that connection, that length through the spine. Breathe in nice and tall. Lift the arms up, open the chest. Trying to keep that connection to the belly so that we're not coming into too much of a back bend, just gentle opening of the chest. And then as we soften the arms down, we take them behind us, interlace the fingers behind the back, and then again, arms pull back, heels of the hands squeeze together. You can find some movement through the neck here. So nice open chest. Gently release, shake out the arms, a little wriggle through the body. Walk the hands forward, tuck the toes and begin to lift up for our downward dog. Pedal out the legs here. Finding stillness, heels reach towards the ground. Active through the inner thighs, actively pressing evenly into the hands. And then walking the hands back to meet the feet. Fold in a gentle forward fold. The knees can be soft. Crossing or holding the elbows. Just gently finding a bit of a sway here. Coming back to stillness. Connecting down through the feet. We begin to feel that energy rise us all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Reach the hands tall, open the chest. Weights even between the feet, hands together at the top. We fold down slowly. Pause here in your fold. Knees can be as bent as you like. Let the ribs melt down to the tops of the thighs. And then slowly we roll ourselves up. As we come up, head comes up and the arms reach to the sky. We open the chest, maybe a little more this time. And then hands together at the top. We melt ourselves down. We've got one more like that. Take it slow. Allow that time to connect and feel into each posture. One more time. We rise all the way up. Stacking vertebra one by one. Shoulders come back, head stacks up, and those arms reach to the sky. Open the chest. And melt forward. Breathing here. Slowly come into a halfway lift. So fingertips to the floor, out in front, or to the shins. We're looking for length through the back of the neck, and the spine. Legs straighten. And then as we melt back down, we're going to walk our hands forward back to our downward dog. Breathe here again. Find that connection to the inner thighs. And we'll lift the left leg for our three-legged dog. Opening. Knee bends into the chest. We bring it through, all the way through, plants between the hands. Back knee drops. We come into our high lunge. Stacking the spine, opening the chest. Hands meet at the top. Bring them down to prayer position at the chest and begin to look over to the left. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we hook right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Deepening that twist here. Releasing whichever twist you're from. Hands back to the sky. Have that control through the belly. And then you can use your hands for support if you need. Otherwise, trying to work with that balance to shift the hips back and the arms can melt down for our half splits. Length through the spine here. Shifting forward again to our lunge. We tuck the back toes, lift up off the back knee. Front foot goes back. we meet in our downward dog. Again, walking the hands back towards the feet, pausing in our forward fold, maybe noticing if there's a little bit more space here this time around. And again, we're going to do those 3 rising ups. So we're peeling ourselves all the way up. Shoulders back, head stacks, arms to the sky, open the chest. Melting forward. Pause at the bottom. And then gently ground down through the feet and let that energy pull us all the way up. That space through the body, open chest, open heart. We come down. Coming up. Last one. Slow, as intentional as we can go. And melting forward. Pause here. Feel into that inner line of the legs. Find that halfway lift. And then as we release that, walking forward back to a downward dog. Maybe movement, maybe stillness, whatever it is that you need here. We're not here for long. Right leg to the sky. Trying to keep that weight even between the hands when we shift the legs. Bend the knee, bring it into the chest and all the way through. Foot comes between the hands, back knee drops. We make our way up to that lifted upper body position. Awareness on the inner thighs, nice and strong. Hands come together in front of the heart. We find our twist to the right. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we've got the space to hook that elbow to the outer knee to twist a little deeper. We gently unravel, hands back to the sky, control through the belly. We're going to play with our balance here, shifting the weight back, lots of length through the spine, arms melt down in our half splits. Shifting back to the lunge, tuck the back toes, lift up off that back knee, front foot goes back, downward facing dog. This is our last time here, so as much movement or stillness as you need. Drop down to the knees. And we come all the way onto our back. Knees into the chest. Maybe a little rock here. Arms cactus to the side. Drop the knees to the right, maybe looking to the left. Final round of twisting. Let the body be heavy. Connect to the belly. We come back through center. Knees drop to the left. Letting the body be heavy, soft on the mat. Connect to the belly. We come back through center, gently softening the feet down. We make our way into our final position of rest, whatever that means for you today. I'm going to settle into my Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly, but you can take a traditional Shavasana or whatever feels right for you today. And just softening the body. Time for rest is really important. So just allowing that softness, that stillness here. Gently coming back to your breath, beginning to deepen your breath a little more, breathing down into the belly. Beginning to notice sensations within the body, outside the body. And when you're ready, inviting that gentle movement, the fingers and the toes, maybe running the hands along the body just to get that feedback there. And then gently closing the legs if you're in your reclined butterfly. Everyone making their way over to their side. Little pause here. And very gently, we come all the way back to our comfortable seat to close out our practice. Just as we did at the start, take that time to ground down, to connect. Allow there to be that softness where it needs to be through the shoulders and the face and the knees. Check in with how we're feeling post-practice. And hopefully we can take some of that energy we have cultivated here on the mat with us through the rest of our day. Thank you so much for moving with me today, and I will see you next time.